All right, so where do I find the stocks that I'm going to trade? Everything I trade is found on the Thinkorswim scanners, either scanners that were already built into the Thinkorswim platform or scanners that I created within the Thinkorswim platform. And I'll get into how you can create a scanner. But pre-market, first thing I do is I come and I look at this pre-market built-in scanner by Thinkorswim. Now, to access this pre-market scanner, all you do is load a watch list, come down to lovers and losers, come over pre-market movers, and you can customize it to fit whatever you want to, whatever you want to see. I like to see the last net change, bid and ask, share size, and volume. That's it. And I start within this $1.50 range, and I'm looking for anything that is at least 15 to 20 cents pre-market. And if it is, I will write it down on my scratch pad, as long as the volume, the shares, is not outrageous like that. At 5 billion, I don't care to see anything with 5 billion shares. Try to keep it around anything less than 100 million. Then I will write it on a scratch pad and look at the charts a little later. So going through these, we got ZYME, that's 25. So I'll bring a scratch pad over. Let me erase this stuff from last week. Now granted, I don't know right now, I don't know if ZYM is going to be a stock that looks good on the chart. I'm just basing it off this information right here. The price at close Friday, the bid and ask today, and the share size. So let's keep it going. AU, too many shares, and SNDX. Alright, SNDX. And now I stop around the $10 area for this pre-market mover built-in scanner. I don't go past $10 on this watch list. I then jump to gappers, built-in scanner provided by Thinkorswim. I go to stocks that are gapping up. Alright, so go back to the top, and I'm looking for stuff that is gapping up. I'm looking for stuff that is gapping up. EKSO. Like I said, I don't know how it looks on the chart right this moment, but we'll find out a little later. And next up, and it looks like this is it for the gap up scanner. All right, so next I go to top 10 percentage gainers, which this is a Thinkorswim built-in scanner. On top 10 percentage gainers on the NASDAQ, and top 10 percentage gainers on NYSE. Do the same thing. Now this is going to pull everything for the NASDAQ and everything for the NYSE. Which is fine. I don't mind trading Apple and some things like that are higher priced. These stocks are perfectly fine trading. So I go through both of these as well. Next up is a pre-market low float scanner that I created. And let's see, we have CAPR, MTBC, and WATT. CAPR, MTBC, WATT. Alright, So that's great. Actually bring that back. Next up is another pre-market scanner. This scanner is for stocks that are between $2 and $30, whereas the first pre-market low float scanner was for stocks between $2 and $10, with a kind of a tweak in the volume and share size. So looking on this, SMI could be a play. Has a lot of shares though. So as of right now, I'm not going to worry about this pre-market scanner, and I'll look at one more, which is basically the same, some of the same stocks. So that's it for pre-market scanning. That's built into Thinkorswim. Next, I will jump on StockTwits and see if anything is being mentioned on StockTwits, and if so, I like what's it, JD and NKTR. GGP, as well as Mattel, MAT. So those are some things I saw on StockTwits just now, and from there we'll check out Twitter, see if they have anything to say. If not, then that will be it. I'll plug these stocks into the graphs, see what makes sense as it relates to the actual chart patterns, and from there I will pick out the top 6. All right, so this is what I have right now on the scratch pad. I then will move over to this list, which is basically every stock I've traded this year that I've made decent money on, and it's sorted out by net change. Highest net change is always at the top. The bottom is the lowest net change. Now, this list doesn't reflect true numbers until after the bell has opened. So once the bell opens, this list will then change, and what you see at the top right now will more than likely not be there. So I don't really look at this list until like 9:35, 9:40 to get a good feel of what's going on. So let's plug these stuff on this scratch pad. Let's plug that into the charts, and we'll go from there. Oh well, all right, let's talk about this scanner setup in Thinkorswim. If you have Thinkorswim and you want to create some of your own scans, just come to the scan tab, and when you get to the scan tab, these tabs actually load what you can actually scan for. So if you want to scan for stocks, just click on a tab. Stocks will come down here. Then you can actually change what you want to look for inside that, inside the actual stocks you're scanning. Whether it's bid, ask, open, close, what have you. If you want to scan for options, different studies, RSIs, crossovers, pivots, what have you, just load up the scan for studies. Also, if you are value typing trader or investor, you got fundamentals. So once you load everything up, you put your criteria in. You got your price range right here, 2 to 20. You want to see stocks that are changing up at least 4 to 5%. Stocks that have volume of 100,000. They have at least a no more than 100 million shares outstanding, then hit the scan button, and whatever populates down here, it lets you know what's going on for the day. Now let's say if you want to save that scan, let's go move this out the way. Not sure what you call this feature, but just come up here, click in the right hand corner, hit save scan. It'll bring up a menu. You can save it and title it whatever you would like to title it. Let me close that, and I'll bring up one of mine personal ones. Alright, so I want to see stocks that are between $2 and $10, have volume of a minimum of a 55,000. There's no max. I want to see stocks that had a price change. The previous close, they're up 4% from the previous close, and they have at least 20 bars. That was 20 bars ago. And it will include extended hours with a 30-minute time frame. Hit scan, boom. Here are those stocks. And pretty much I'm gonna have TRXC. Okay. So it was good I ran that scan because I was missing some stocks. TRXC. So put that on the scratch pad. Alright, now let's go to the charts. Plug this stuff into the charts. Find out the top 6. And keep it moving. So we'll go TRXC right here on the daily chart. So it looks like I traded this before. Remove that, remove that. Got support underneath us around this 240 area, 250. Resistance around 372. Alright. So what does it look like on a 5-minute? 5-minute is gapping up. Pretty big. So there must be news about this stock. Or if it's just gapping up on its own, that wouldn't be a good play. So if there's news, hit news, and let's see. Announce first U.S. sales of its surgical robotic system. Okay, so they're announcing sales. Alright, so it may be some potential here, don't know. Have to wait till the bell opens up, but I'll give myself some stuff to look at on the chart. This is right now it's the high. So mark that. Alright. Move on to the next one. Next one, CRTN. And I do this for all these stocks. So I'm not going to actually go through all this morning. You know, video will actually be too long. But I do that for every stock. And then I pick my top 6 from those stocks and go from there and start trading. When the market opens, I know my top 6 that I'm going to look at. I know what where I want to get in, where I want to get out, and that's how I trade. And then from there, you know, around 9:40, I look at my own personal watch list of stocks that I've already traded, see if there's anything moving on that, and if not, I shut it down for the day. That's it. I may go back to Twitter. Something, you know, if something comes across the Twitter feed, I may go back to it to see if something else is popping up that I didn't see earlier. But that's it. You know, you have to be able to look for these stocks, but do it in a manner that's efficient and, you know, not so time consuming. So develop some personal scanners, as well as if you use Thinkorswim, use some of their personal scanners, built-in scanners. If you don't want to pay, you know, if you don't want to pay to have this service, scanner service, then, you know, use what's at your fingertips. You can get on Google or Yahoo as well and find stuff that's moving through you know, search engines. So use every resource you have available to you. This is just what I use on a daily basis. Y'all have a great day.